Hello guys, today in this video we are going to discuss about the topic probability. What is probability? Probability means uncertainty. So in this whole chapter we are going to discuss how to calculate the level of uncertainty of some situations. This topic, probability, was coined by Italian mathematician Galileo. He was the first person to measure probability quantitatively. Now we'll see why probability lies between 0 and 1. Because 0 indicates impossibility and 1 indicates possibility, 100% possibility. We'll see an example. You know that there are 7 weekdays, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and each day comes one after other in order. Now we'll see the first one. Assuming today is Monday, find the probability that tomorrow is Tuesday. If today is Monday, tomorrow will be definitely Tuesday. We are sure about that, right? We are 100% sure about that. So write 100% here. When you write 100% here, 100%, so 100 per 100. And if you cancel it, probability will be 1. So P is equal to 1. And in the next situation, assuming today is Monday, find the probability that tomorrow is Friday. If today is Monday, we are 100% sure that tomorrow will not be Friday. We know that tomorrow will be Tuesday, right? So there are 0% chances that tomorrow will be Friday. When there are 0% chances, write 0% here. When you write 0%, 0%, so 0 per 100, that will be 0. So probability will be 0. Now here, what we came to know, for any definite situation, for any situation where there are 100% possibilities, at that time probability will be 1, and when there is no possibility at all, probability will be 0. So whatever may be situations or uncertain situations are there, that lies between 0 and 1. So your probability lies between 0 and 1 only in every situation. Now we are going to discuss some of the basic or key equations related to this probability. What is the first one? Probability of equally likely outcomes. So when there are equally likely outcomes, at that time you have to use this formula, and the formula is P of E is equal to number of possible outcomes by number of equally likely outcomes. For this, you can take an example of flipping a coin. If you flip a coin, you may get either head or tail. So totally 2 equally likely outcomes are there. Now see the question. If the question is asked to find out the probability of getting head, so there is one possible outcome out of 2 equally likely outcomes. So 1 by 2 will be your probability. Next one, probability of union of 2 mutually exclusive events. When you have to use this union, when there is or condition in the question, at that time you can use this union condition. And what is the meaning of mutually exclusive events? The events which can't happen at once are referred to mutually exclusive events. So at that time, what is the formula? P of E plus P of F. For this, you can take an example of rolling a dice. And if the question is asked to find the probability of getting either 4 or 5, at that time you can use this union formula. First you need to find out the probability of getting 4, and next you have to find out the probability of getting 5, and then you have to add it. Next one, probability of union of 2 events. That means this can happen at once too. Okay, at that time what you have to use? P of E plus P of F minus P of E intersection F. Based on this, we'll solve a problem later. Next one, probability of 2 independent events with the condition that both should occur. When both should occur is there, that is AND condition. Okay, here union For OR condition you have to use this union, and for AND condition you have to use intersection, and the formula is P of E into P of F. So remember, see the question, if OR is mentioned, just add it. If AND is mentioned, then you have to multiply it. Next one, probability of two dependent events provided one of them already occurred. For example, here given that F already occurred, now you have to find out the probability of E. At that time, what you have to use? P of E intersection F by P of F. If in the question it is given that E already occurred, then you have to find out the probability of F. Simply write P F by E and change the probability. Probability of E intersection F by P of E you have to write. Okay. These are the basic equations. Now we'll solve the problems based on these equations. We have discussed 5 equations, right? For OR condition you have to add it. For AND condition you have to multiply it. This is only the addition theorem and multiplication theorem. Whenever addition theorem is asked, you can write second and third formulas and you can explain about it in detail. And whenever multiplication theorem is asked, at that time you have to use the last 2 formulas and write about that, which are very important questions. Now we'll discuss the problems based on the earlier equations. What is the first one? When you roll a dice, what is the probability of getting 4? See, you will be having 6 numbers, 6 sides you will be having, right? 6 numbers. Now you have to find the probability of getting 4. So how many numbers will be there? If you roll a dice, you can get either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So these are the equally likely outcomes. So first one you have to use. And what is the formula for the first one? P of E is equal to, now you have to find out the probability of getting 4, right? So just write P of 4. P of 4 is equal to number of possible outcomes. Number of possible outcomes by number of equally likely outcomes. So how many possible outcomes are there? You have to get 4. So only one possible outcome is there. 1 by number of equally likely outcomes. How many numbers may come? You can get either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So totally 6 outcomes are there. So the answer is 1 by 6. Now next one. When you roll a dice twice, find the probability of getting 4 and 5. So now AND condition is there. When AND condition is there, what you have to use? P of E intersection F is equal to P of E plus P of F. Now if we substitute this 4 and 5, P of 4 intersection 5 is equal to P of 4 plus P of 5. What is the probability of getting 4? 1 by 6. And what will be the probability of getting 5? Again 1 by 6. One outcome out of 6 outcomes. So plus 1 by 6, that will be 2 by 6. So next one. A card is drawn from a standard deck. Find the probability of drawing heart or 7. So if you know the card game, it will be easy to understand. There will be 4 different symbols and each will be having 13, 13, 13, 13 different numbers, and totally it will make 52. In these symbols, heart is one of those symbols. One heart, one diamond, one club, one spade will be there. In this way 4 symbols you will be having, and each symbol will be having 13, 13, 13, 13 cards, which will make 52 total cards. Now you need to find the probability of drawing heart. Drawing heart means how many hearts will be there? 13 hearts will be there. So heart or 7. This is not a mutually exclusive event, right? Heart and 7 also can come. 7 heart can also come in this once you draw this, right? So you have to use the formula P of E intersection F is equal to P of E plus P of F minus P of E union F. Now what is P of E? That means P of drawing F. If you substitute in this, P of heart plus P of 7 minus P of heart union 7. So what is the probability of getting heart? 13 by total number of outcomes 52. So 13 by 52 plus, now what is the probability of getting 7? In each set you will be having 7, 7, 7, 7, right? So there are 4 by 52. Total outcomes are 52 minus, now the common one 7 heart, you can get here 7 heart also, right? So one common one is there, that one you have to deduct it. 1 by 52, 13 plus 4 17, 17 minus 1 16, so 16 by 52, if you cancel it, it will be 4 by 13.